look who's back. West Virginia's Batman, John Buckland, just returned from a trip to Ukraine to visit children in the war-torn country.
So John is back with his daughter Skylar once again to tell us more about this experience. First of all, Skylar, we're going to ask you, what was it like having your dad over there again?
Scary, but I knew he was safe with Jesus.
Yeah.
And so I felt really good about it.
You felt good, but I'm sure you were praying for him every day. Yeah, and for his, not just for your dad, but for what he was doing. This is probably really a neat thing for you to be able to see your dad in this kind of situation like that.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So I know you're
great.
happy to have him back.
Yes, you are.
You can, her smile tells it all.
As soon as she
there.
walked in, we asked about that. So.
Yeah. So talk to us, and we have some pictures we're going to be showing while we're talking with you. But what were some of the highlights from this time here?
And how different?
Where do you even start?
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, first of all, you know how you tell people you have to see it to believe it?
Right.
You wouldn't believe it if you saw it.
Oh my.
On the tragedy side of things, it's unlike anything that you could imagine. There were a whole lot of things that went on there that I didn't realize. A lot of really bad things that were going on with all age groups.
Yeah, and these are some of the good pictures that we're looking at right
Yeah,
here.
and these
were the happy
these were all the kids that we met. We did a huge youth rally at the end, and it had about 450 to 500 kids in it. It was unbelievable. And then along the way, we visited schools and churches. I worked closely with a pastor of a church called Love and Healing Church out of Ternopil, Ukraine. And with that, we were working with an army chaplain, and we were actually able to go and visit some of the wounded soldiers.
Oh, great.
And then we were able to get access to a clandestine military headquarters camp where soldiers from the front lines were able to actually come back and do R&R and get some training and things like that.
How important was that? Because that was one of the first things you told me. I think it was like day 2 you were there. You went through there and you texted me about that R&R and how vital it is for those troops on the front line to get even a chance to step away, because what they're going through is, as you say, unimaginable.
Yeah, a lot of those guys had traumatic brain injuries, concussions, things like that, but they were rehabbing and getting ready to go back because they're literally fighting for their freedom.
Right.
But it was an amazing experience. It was unbelievable and amazing all at the same time. The thing that really impressed me the most is the resilience of the kids. This is a school here. I went to schools that were, this is a school right outside of Kiev, and the school was completely destroyed. The Russians occupied the school, and now here they are just over 12 months later, and they've rebuilt it.
Wow.
And they're just resilient. You can't stop them for anything. And now we're actually doing a fundraiser to get computers back for that school.
Oh,
so
great.
we've already sent them enough for four of their laptops to come back. So these kids are just amazing, and probably some of the most resilient kids on the planet that I've ever met.
So we're seeing these amazing photos that you have there.
Yeah, that was there's some tough moments there. This is around a lot of those moments were around Kiev. That's the team that I was working with there. That's a little boy named Sasha that I met the first time I went, that was saying the 4 things, and his video went all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a really touching photo where I visited a bridge that was blown up.
Is this?
And yeah, that's it. And that bridge is in Irpin, Ukraine. And
oh, that is tough. I just can't imagine.
And what happened there was, you'll notice the stroller to the left.
Yes.
There were hundreds of people trapped on the bridge that couldn't get out, that wanted to. And unfortunately, all of them were ended right there. And it was genocide.
The bridge was bombed.
And it was a car-to-car execution.
Oh,
the strollers there as a memorial. They were angry because they blew the bridge and they couldn't get across. But unfortunately, all the civilians that were trying to get out, they couldn't get out. So I got there. That was one of the heaviest moments. I hit that spot, and something just completely brought me to my knees.
You can see why.
The sadness and the head, and I didn't even know everything that had happened there when that happened. And then I heard from an eyewitness that was there exactly what happened, and I completely understood why I had so much heaviness associated
And
with it.
that's not ancient history. I mean, this
No,
just
this is
happens.
now, and this is this thing about this is happening now.
Right.
This is happening in eastern Ukraine right now.
Right.
Genocide taking place.
Yeah.
And it's calculated, it's orchestrated. They're hitting churches, they're hitting schools, they're hitting apartment buildings, they're hitting all the places where people are defenseless.
Yeah. Yeah, and all to defeat and knock down and spirit. And that's one of the things that you
And they
know, it's
can't.
not just to kill people. What they're doing is they're trying to knock people's spirit down. They're trying
I met a major commander at that clandestine military camp, and we talked for a little bit, and one of the last things he said was, I train the soldiers, and you train our kids.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. So it's a very simple formula, man. If I'm just there to give them hope injections, and it's amazing to see these kids that have gone through so much, to have them dancing and saying these 4 things: never give up, and then, you know, Nikoli Nezdavisa and Dopamahai Inchim in their own language. So I'm learning Ukrainian now.
Yeah.
But I realize now that they're going through this war, but as I was telling them, the battles ahead are big ones too. Mental health battles, the emotional battles, all of this trauma that these kids and families have gone through. It was literally a mixed bag of feelings. It was the toughest and most beautiful mission that I have done in 10.5 years of being Batman. It really was. I literally, when I got back to Krakow, Poland, I literally felt bad for leaving.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be normal guilt.
Yeah,
A situation
it's
like
just
that.
it was just overwhelming, and now because of this, I'm probably going to be going back. I'm going to try to make this a thing where I'm trying to work on another return trip back in November.
It would be hard not to at this point.
It is, because the need is so great, and my job is to try to head off and try to give them some coping skills and some positive influence before all that really bad stuff starts kicking in emotionally.
Well, John, thank you again for coming in.
It really is.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You like my jacket?
I do.
This was given to me by a pastor.
Wow.
And it's got all the cool patches on it.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. So I had all these soldiers giving me patches, and we were trading patches.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody should go to Ukraine and meet those people.
Yeah. Oh, that would
Well,
be
we want to be able to let
inspiring.
people know if they want to keep up with your efforts, what's the best way to do this?
Facebook, but I got a quick link. If you go to h4h.us right there.
Right there, yeah.
You go there, there's a Facebook logo.
Okay.
And anybody that wants to donate for the laptops or the future trip that I got, I tell you what, today I will post the address that you can mail a check to.
Okay.
We are a 501c3. And I use 100% of that money. It goes into the mission. We don't have overheads and salaries here, so it's going to get used.
It's all for the cause there.
So God bless you guys and those of you that supported us. And thanks for covering.
Sure. Thank you for sharing. That's terrific. And Skylar, thanks for coming in.
No.
Yep. We appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.